Page 495, Chapter 26. I wake with a jolt. I think I've just fallen down some stairs in a dream, and I bolt upright, momentarily disorientated. It is dark, and I am in Christian's bed alone. Something has woken me, some nagging thought. I glance over at the alarm clock on his bedside. It is 5 in the morning, but I feel rested. Why is that? Oh, it's a time difference. It would be 8 a.m. in Georgia. Holy crap, I need to take my pill. I climb out of bed, grateful for whatever it is that's woken me. I can hear faint notes from the piano. Christian is playing. This I must see. I love watching him play. Naked, I grab my bathrobe from the chair and wander quietly down the corridor, slipping on my robe and listening to the magical sound of my melancholic lament that's coming from the great room. Shrouded in darkness, Christian sits in a bubble of light as he plays, and his hair glints with a burnished copper highlights. He looks naked, though I know he's wearing his PJ bottoms. He's concentrating, playing beautifully, lost in the melancholy of his music. I hesitate, watching from the shadows, not wanting to interrupt him. I want to hold him. He looks lost, sad even, and archly lonely. Or maybe it's just the music that's so full of poignant sorrow. He finishes the piece, pauses for a split second, then starts to play it again. I move cautiously towards him, down to the moth to the flame. The idea makes me smile. He glances up at me and frowns before his gaze returns to his hands. Oh crap, is he pissed off that I'm disturbing him? You should be asleep, he scolds mildly. I can tell he's preoccupied with something. So should you, I retort, not quite as mildly. He glances up again, his lips twitching with a trace of smile. Are you scolding me, Miss Steele? Yes, Mr. Gray, I am. Well, I can't sleep. He frowns once more as his trace of irritation or anger flashes across his face. With me? Surely not. I ignore his facial expression and very bravely sit down beside him on the piano stool, placing my hands on his bare shoulders to watch his deft, angled fingers cross the key. He pauses frankly and then continues to the end of the piece. What was that? I asked softly. Chopin, Prelude Opus 28, number 4 in E minor. If you're interested, he murmurs. I'm always interested in what you do. He turns and softly presses his lips across my hair. I didn't mean to wake you. You didn't play the other one. The other one? The back piece that you played the first night I stayed. Oh, that's melancholy. He starts to play slowly and deliberately. I feel the movement of his hands in his shoulders, and I lean against him and close my eyes. That said, soulful notes swirl slowly and mournfully around us, echoing off the walls. It's a haunting, beautiful piece, saddened even the Chopin, and I lose myself to the beauty of the laminate. To a certain extent, it reflects how I feel. The deep, poignant longing. I have to know this extraordinary man better, to try and understand his sadness. All too soon, the piece is at an end. Why do you only play such sad music? I sit upright and gaze up at him as he shrugs in answers to my questions, his expression wary. So, you were just 6 when you started to play? I prompt. He nods, his wary look intensifying. After a moment, he volunteers. I threw myself into learning the piano to please my new mother, to fit into the perfect family. Yes, so to speak, he says evasively. Why are you awake? Don't you need to recover from yesterday's excursions? It's 8 in the morning for me, and I need to take my pill. He raises his eyebrows in surprise. Well remembered, he murmurs, and I can't tell if he's impressed. Only you would start a course of time-specific birth control pills in a different time zone. Perhaps you should wait half an hour and then another half an hour tomorrow morning, so eventually you can take them at a reasonable time. Good plan, I breathe. So what shall we do for another half hour? I blink innocently at him. I can think of a few things. He grins sassily. I gaze back, impassive, as my insides clench and melt under his knowing look. On the other hand, we could talk, I suggest quietly. His brows creases. I prefer it what I had in mind. He scoots me onto his lap. You'll always rather have sex than talk, I laugh, steadying myself by holding onto his upper arms. True, especially with you. He nuzzles my hair and starts a steady trail of kisses from below my ear to my throat. Maybe on my piano, he whispers. Oh my whole body tightens at the thought. Piano, wow. I want something to get something straight, I whisper as his pulses starts to accelerate, and my inner goddess closes her eyes, revealing in the feel of the lips on me. He pauses momentarily before continuing his sensual assault. Always so eager for information, Miss Steele. What needs straightening out? He breathes against my skin at the base of my neck, continuing his soft, gentle kisses. Us, I whisper, as I close my eyes. What about us? He pauses his trail of kisses along my shoulder. The contract. He lifts his head to gaze down at me, a hint of amusement in his eyes, and I sighs. He strokes his fingertips down my cheek.